Destinee Patterson, first of all, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
I'm doing good. That's great. Why am I interviewing you today?
I'm working on an investigates piece.
Hmm.
I've been working on it for well over a month,
Hmm.
digging through documents, and really the crux of the story is how are our schools screening people before they actually make it into the classroom.
Okay.
So background check policies, schools in our area, specifically public schools,
Hmm.
and how are they vetting the teachers and the staff?
Hmm. Oh, wow. So I thought every teacher was vetted, even when you apply to a job here, you got to do a background check. Is there something that's not happening when these teachers are hired? What's going on?
Well, I will say that most schools across the state are doing background checks. They are vetting the people who are coming into their doors and filling out applications.
Okay.
The thing is, though, that in North Carolina, there's actually not a law that says that schools
Mm.
have to do these background checks. Most of them do, but what they look like at different schools can look drastically different
Mhm.
because it's up to each school board or each governing board, so to speak, to come up with how they are actually vetting the teachers and the staff.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, first of all, guys, if you're watching this video, if you're enjoying this, like and subscribe for more content like this. And guys, WRAL is going to give you news that you just can't get anywhere else. So let's get back to this interview. So kind of going the small government feel, less state intervention. Each school district can kind of set their own rules and their guidance for hiring, correct?
Right.
Okay, so like now they want some kind of state oversight. What has triggered this interest in this, or is there is it just because you just found this?
Well, yeah, so there are some state lawmakers that are trying to actually put this into law.
Okay.
Because again, the way that it reads right now is it's up to each school board. Um, but right now, there are some state lawmakers who are trying to change that. They want to strengthen that process, make it more strict, and
Hmm.
have specific things that need to be done. Um, this all kind of started because around Labor Day, there was a teacher that was arrested by Lewisburg police up in Franklin County. And the reason that this person was arrested, his name is Gregory Pettiford, he was arrested because police say that he stole someone else's identity to get hired at a local school there, a charter school.
Okay.
And so over the course of all the way since the end of August to now,
Okay.
we have been looking into how this was able to happen because Pettiford is a convicted felon and a lot of his convictions have to do with fraud. So the question was, how did nobody catch this? How did we get here where this person was actually hired into a school? And that school actually did catch it before he was officially in front of a classroom. It was still in the early stages of getting ready for the school year.
Okay. So he wasn't in the classroom with the kids.
Not just yet, but
Not
here's
just
the
yet.
thing.
Okay. What's up?
But here's the thing.
Hmm.
We then found that he had worked in other schools in our
Hmm.
area, at least 4 schools.
Okay.
So again, it begs the question of how did this happen? How was this person able to slip through the cracks, not once, not twice, but at least 4 times that we know of? And so, I started digging. We, just in our viewing area alone, we have more than 100 schools,
Yes.
100 public schools. And so I went through the background check policies of every single one.
So you went through it. Oh my gosh, that is a lot of time. Okay. All right. Continue.
Yes, yes, that's what I'm saying. This truly has been a lot of work,
Hmm.
but it's a labor of love, so to speak, because
Hmm.
it really was interesting to me, the fact that he was able to work in multiple
Sure.
schools and he has a history, a well-documented history that isn't really that hard to find.
Hmm.
Part of the reason why it was so difficult to flag this, though, he was going by different names.
Oh,
He
okay.
had at least one alias that we know of. And so it made it a little bit harder to be able to flag this.
Mm-hmm.
But again, because different schools use different companies and
Yes.
they go through different processes, what it looks like from one school to the next is very different. And most of them use private companies.
Yes.
And each of those private companies have their own standards. So it's a lot of everybody kind of
Throwing
doing
up
their
hands
own
in the
thing.
air. Yeah. Well, first of all, I want to say shout out to you being a real
Oh, you get a high
investigative journalist, man. That's some of the work that goes on behind the scenes here. When I mean hours and hours, days, weeks of
Yeah.
research. So, really, first of all, shout out to you for this. You're flagging this. Hopefully, you help. This is really gonna. If you're a parent watching this, obviously my mouth dropped a little bit. Your mouth is probably dropping a little bit because a convicted felon was almost teaching kids. And that's
And had
very
been
dangerous.
before.
It had been before. Wow. So what do you hope comes from this standardization?
Well,
Am I saying that word right? Am I
you
saying that
are.
word right? Okay, there we go.
Well, I think because state lawmakers, at least some of them, already view this as a problem. And to me, I think that that is good news that they are at least aware of this being an issue.
Absolutely. Okay.
So I hope that by bringing this specific situation to light and by more people knowing that this could happen and that it has happened, that it'll be more likely for more of these requirements to actually be put in place. If you guys watch our story, which I hope that you do.
We're going to link it to this interview.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I hope that you guys do watch the story, but the lawmaker that we spoke with, she kind of helped give feedback so that it would be more likely to pass. So she tells me that she doesn't really know. It's still up in the air as to whether this will actually pass or not. So to answer your question in a more concise way, I hope that people just recognize that this is an issue, this is happening, and that we actually do start to see some of these requirements put into place. Because as far as we know, his history largely has to do with fraud. But this could have been a way worse situation with somebody, and we don't know Pettiford's intentions, but this could have happened with somebody who had very nefarious intentions.
100%.
And could have had impacts on students.
100%.
And, you know, nobody wants that.
No, nobody wants that. And also, I will say, let's just say magically, I do not have any children, but let's say I have a 5th grader now. And this situation, I'm watching this video, I am now concerned. Who do I question? Do I go to the principal and say, hey, just wanted to double check on my kids' teachers' background checks and things like that? Or do I go to the school district? What should a parent do?
That's a fair question. And that also kind of goes back to everybody kind of doing their own thing.
Okay.
Some schools, well, actually most schools, this is important to note, the ultimate final decision maker on the people who are getting hired in most cases is going to be the head of the school.
Okay.
So, you know, at a charter school,
Yes.
it's going to be the head of the school. You could have absolutely asked your principal. They should be able to get that information to you. But in the more traditional public schools,
Yes.
that's largely going through the school district itself.
Okay. Well, wow, that's good to know. Well, thank you so much for your time. I want to take a little bit of time and say, Destinee Patterson, the public only sees you breaking news in front of schools on the side of the road. Who are you? I mean, like, kind of why do you do this? This takes up a lot of times of your life on the clock and off the clock. You've been very invested in this story. Who are you? Why are you a reporter? And what kind of makes you go?
Okay. I wasn't expecting that.
Throwing it off?
Well, I've been here at WRAL for almost 3 years. Prior to here, I worked in Shreveport, Louisiana. I was there for a little bit over 2 years.
And time out on that real quick. I will say when she first got here, some of you Louisiana folks were in the comments, we miss you, we miss you, we miss you. And I think I sent you some of those because it was just so much how much the community loved you. So we love you here, but
That's so
go
nice.
ahead.
Well, I always appreciate that. But yeah, so before I was in Louisiana, I went to school at Mizzou. Go Tigers.
MIZ.
And at Mizzou, we have an amazing journalism program, and we also have an NBC affiliate there. So I was there for 2 or 3 years. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Absolutely.
So, you know, it's a progression. Each station I'm learning and picking up new skills. And here it has been a little bit more of that investigative itch, you know. Originally, I was just doing daily general assignment stories, which are still interesting to me.
And general assignment means, for the public who doesn't know, we come in every day, 9:30 a.m. meeting. What's the breaking news for today and what can happen? So let's say a fire breaks out in the middle of the day, they're going to send Destinee.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if you didn't know that, now you know.
Now you know. So yeah, I was coming in just like everybody else and doing the stories of the day. And I just started getting more, I was seeing the opportunities in my daily stories to dig a little bit deeper. You know, that fire breaks out and then you find out it's arson and you're like, okay, well, who's behind the arson? Has that person have a past of doing this? Could this have been prevented? You know, who's going to be responsible for cleaning all of this up? It's so many questions that we don't get to in the day-to-day that, you know, stories like this one, it's nice to have the time to really invest and kind of uncover more than you could in the day-to-day grind. In general about me, like I said, I went to Mizzou, graduated in 2020 during COVID.
Oh man.
And I really enjoyed cheerleading. And so even here in the area, I coach cheerleading.
Really?
I do. And it's so fun. And it's amazing to be able to do that when you are going from stories that are like so
depressing,
heavy. Yes. And then being able to hang out with kids and, you know, still be connected to the sport that I enjoy so much. I also cheered at Mizzou. Go Tigers again.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I'm not that interesting.
Oh, you're not? Okay. Well, either which way, thank you so much for your time today, Destinee. And again, guys, please subscribe. Most of you guys aren't who are watching this video, most likely. Check and see if you're subscribed. And guys, we're going to link that story to this. If you're a parent, please reach out. If you have any suspicions or things like that, go to your school district, correct? Talk to your principal, just communicate and open this thing up, as well as lawmakers. They do politics things and try to get some standardization, right?
Yeah.
All
and,
right.
you know, if you guys have story ideas, or if you know more about this situation that you think should be brought to light, feel free to, you know, reach out to me or reach out to our assignment desk. Always all ears.
All ears. Thank you guys so much. All right, let's see. All right.
It wasn't recorded.